A student reportedly brought a gun to Richmond Senior High School on Monday. According to Richmond County Schools Public Information Officer Kylie DeWitt, administrators of the school were made aware of a student with a gun around 11:45 a.m. School officials have not released the name of the student or type of gun. DeWitt said administrators quickly seized the weapon and turned it over to law enforcement. Law enforcement secured the campus and students were back on schedule by 12:05 that afternoon, DeWitt said, adding that officers remained on campus until classes were dismissed. It is not yet known if the student has been criminally charged or if the student will be charged as a juvenile or adult. According to state statute, it is a Class 1 felony to have a firearm on educational property. There have been several incidents involving students with weapons on campus in recent years. In November of 2021, a student was charged for allegedly having a rifle in a vehicle on the high school's campus. State records on Monday did not show an upcoming court date or that the student had been convicted. This past November, a student at Rockingham Middle reportedly brought a machete to school. Last February, a student reportedly had a gun in a backpack at Ellerby Middle following an alleged threat. Richmond County resident Marcus West was just a young boy when he first developed an interest in running and hiking. Little did he know of the adventure this interest would bring him many years later. Being a smoker most of his life, West never dreamed of what awaited him. In 2015, he decided to put the cigarettes down and find something productive to do instead, so he joined the Magnum Track Club. That same year, he was also introduced to the Appalachian Trail. Each weekend, West would help with the maintenance on the trail, where he also met numerous hikers. This stirred his desire for hiking, and that's when he decided to challenge himself to his first long-distance hike. In 2016, West signed up for the Appalachian Trail annual through hike, in which he completed 42 miles. Then on April 7th of last year, at age 60, West signed up for what was the adventure of his lifetime, the Appalachian Trail through hike. A through hike is completed within a 12-month period and covers all areas of a trail. According to the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, around 20% of the people who attempt the hike will ever complete it. West began the outdoor journey in Springer Mountain, Georgia, and covered 14 states, ending in Mount Katahdin, Maine. West, his wife Krista, and his friend Stanley all began the journey together. 2 days into the hike, Stanley was injured but continued to hike for 300 more miles. He finally had to stop at the Great Smoky Mountains. 3 days into the hike, Krista had also went home. West said he reached the mountain on September 30th, completing the hike he began 6 months earlier. Starting the season the way it wanted to, the Richmond Senior girls soccer team shut out its opponent on Monday. Kicking off the 2023 campaign at Montgomery Central, the Lady Raiders earned a 4-0 win. 4 different goal scorers from the back of the net, senior Shashid Heaton and junior Allie Rogers in the first half, followed by sophomore Ashley Gonzalez and freshman Yolissa Mendez in the second half. Heaton and senior teammate Cheyenne Jacobs were also credited with an assist in the win over Montgomery Central. Fifth-year head coach Chris Larson said he was pleased with the team's efforts and noted the Lady Raiders played with a little more confidence after Heaton opened the scoring. The Lady Raiders continue their 3-game opening week on Wednesday, traveling to Cape Fear. During a scrimmage last week, Richmond led the Lady Colts 3-0 after the end of 40 minutes of exhibition play. Action will get started at 7 p.m. When we return, we've got your Live at 5 weather report. It's coming up after the break, so stay tuned.
Hometown heroes? Well, maybe. When it comes to backyard comfort and no pesky mosquitoes, call Brown Termite and Pest Control at 910-895-6410 or 910-276-8870. Their team of superheroes can take back control of your paradise. That's 910-895-6410 today.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
And welcome to your Live 5 Weather Report, County. Hope your Monday was well. It was a pretty nice day overall. Can't complain. Lovely warm weather. Today's been a little bit warmer as well. It's not quite as we've gotten into yesterday, but hey, I woke up to this morning seeing some pollen on my car, and yeah, not a very exciting times ahead for sure with pollen coming out. Already starting on the allergy medicine right away just because I know I'm trying to get ahead of it before it gets any worse than where I felt like it may already be starting. So yeah, back to that time of the year, although we do have warmer temperatures, that is the downside to that coming around for spring. Hey, tonight looking clear though, 6 o'clock, 69 degrees, 9 o'clock, 62. We'll get into the high 50s for later this evening until 11 o'clock. No chances of rain tonight. We'll have a sunny sunset at 6:13 p.m. and there'll be a waxing gibbous moon phase out tonight as well. Taking a look at the forecast for tomorrow, we got lots of cloud coverage for the area. Temperatures will continue to stay into the high to mid 70s for the high. We'll have some low to mid 50s for the low. Cumberland County a high of 78, low of 52. Hope County a high of 77 and a low of 51, with Robeson County at a high of 78 and a low of 53. That'll be followed up by Scotland County with a high of 77 and a low of 52, with Moore County seeing a high of 76 and a low of 50. Here in Richmond County, just 1 degree warmer on the low, and Anson County will be seeing a high of 77 and a low of 51, with Marlborough County at a high of 77 and a low of 57. As we take a look at the 7-day forecast, we do have some rain along the way as we continue to see warm temperatures play out for this week. Wednesday, cloudy skies with a high of 76 and a low of 51. Thursday, 60% chance of rain, a high of 75, low of 64. And then Friday, it drops down to a 50% chance, high of 78, low of 51. After that, we have a really nice weekend ahead. Saturday, a high of 73, low of 55 with sunny skies. And it'll cool down just a little bit on Sunday with a high of 65 and a low of 46. Still, sunny skies will prevail, and that will include on Monday as well. High of 64, low of 39, and we'll jump back into the 70s again on Tuesday with partly cloudy skies at a high of 70 and a low of 41. And that's going to do it for your Live 5 Weather Report and for tonight's edition of Live at 5. For the latest news, sports, and events happening in Richmond County, you can always visit richmondobserver.com or download the free RO app for your mobile devices. For the Live 5 crew, I'm Russell Parker. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Richmond County.